Okay. So till here we can start the division. Means what is the orthographic projection? It is a technical drawing in which different view of an object are projected on the different reference plane. Okay, so reference planes means horizontal plane, vertical plane, and side or profile plane. Okay, so what can view we going to draw? First, front view, top view, and side view. Okay, so these are the common. Side view is we either we can draw the left hand side view, either we can draw the right hand side view. Okay, so here this is our 3D view. So from 3D view we can observe the top view. This is our top view, and from here we can front view, and from here this is our right hand side view. So all these things we can draw in the drawing. We can draw in the drawing. So for this orthographic view we can you can go through this video here. So I can also share this video to your EDR group. So here you can see first coordinate and third coordinate. Means our orthographic bits only belongs to the first coordinate or the third coordinate of first angle or third angle. So third angle projection, and this is the first angle projection symbol. So this is our first angle projection or first coordinate projection. So you can observe this vertical profile plane or side plane, and this is horizontal plane. So this is our object. So this object is projected in these three reference plane, and if we unfold this, so we can get the our 2D geometry. So see now. Yes, see with the dimensions coordinates here. So what happened? 11 in bracket 9. So what do you mean by 9? Means 11 and point 9 is overlapping. 12 and 10 overlapping. 2 and 6 overlapping. 5 and 1 overlapping. 3 and 7 overlapping. And similarly 4 and 8 overlapping to each other. So here we get this height h, and now this is the exact as the 1 2 3 4. This is a rectangle which is present in the here. Okay, now about the top view, see the top view here. The length and width is there. Now we draw the projection line for the top view, and we can see 9 10 point here, and 10 and 6 is overlapping here, and 9 and 4 3 11 and 12. See, so for the side view we can get the L shape. Front view and side view. See here, for the side view what happened? XY line and we get a P here, and we draw the 45 angle line here, and we draw the projection line from each corner. See, from each corner we draw the projection line, and where it cut the this inclined line, we can draw the vertical line from these points. Horizontal line from these 2 points and vertical line from these 3 points. See, where they cut to each other, we can make the points here. We get the L shape here. So now you can easily understand this is about the first angle symbol is there. So this is about our first angle projection for particular drawing. Now see this object, we can look from this side. So what is our front view? See, this is our XY line and this is our front view. See, this is our front view. What happened? This C section like that, 70 mm here, 100 mm here, 15 mm, 15 mm here, and this is our center line C, and this is a rectangle we get here instant of the circle. So 20 mm, 60 mm, and these are the hidden lines. See, these are the hidden line which is made from the dotted line. Hidden line here and hidden line here. See, so 30 mm. So this is our about to front view. See here the center line here, because the two holes is here also. So what happened? These two holes come to the dotted line. And now what we can do? We can do the draw the projection line for the top view. Draw the projection line for the top view. See, each and every corner we can draw the projection line, and here we can see the top view. Okay, so a square is there, 180 rectangle is there, and here we can observe the holes here, all holes here. See, and these are the dotted line, because this is the hidden line, and this is there is also hidden line, this hidden line too. So what, this is our top view and this is our front view. So what about the side view? So we can draw by the projectioning the projection, and see here we get the side view, front view, top view, and the side view. So this is about the our, we can see here two view here. Okay, so our here one more video is there. So just wait, I want to play. So see here, second clip for the orthographic projection. There is a object. We're going to discuss the front, top, and side view of this object. So, in the third angle, we discussed in previous lecture about the first angle. So, see, we can assume it a rectangle, and like that we can project them front, top, and side. So now we discuss about the first front view. So what is visible in front view? See, so in the front view, what happened? This thickness is visible, this thickness is visible, okay, and this slot is visible. One, two, three holes, so that three center line here, three center line is there. Here one, two, and three. So that's three center line is here also. So here these are two counter hole for the same size, and these are the hidden line represent with the hidden line. So because it is not visible in the front view, and this is about the hole, but this is the visible in the form line because this is about the visible to the front view, and this slot is also view. Here we can see this section also. There is a hole. See, hole is also visible. Now 10 mm diameter and 25 mm diameter. Now all the things is visible. Now about this slot, about this slot. So from the 30-degree, from here 30-degree, one semicircle is there, and this is about the 50 R, 65 R. So this is the cross section. So there is two semicircle is here, one semicircle is here, and one semicircle is here. See, so here we can get the. Now what about this R? This is the 20 R, and we can make the outer closing now. 15-degree from this point. So we get the our front view. Now about the top view. See, what about the top view? See here. So these two counter holes we can easily view. So all these three center is here. This is about this center line. So here we get the cross section for these two counter holes. We make the counter holes here. See, now draw the projection line from the front view. See here. For this object, so here you can see the overlapping things here. Now for this we can made like this, and now this inclined section we can get a like this. So for the side view we can draw the inclined line and start the making the projections from the top and from the front, and where these points intersect to each other we can get the projections. So all the dimension which is visible in different view we can observe now. So this is about first angle and third angle projection. There is one example related to the front view and sorry first angle projection and third angle projection. So what about that? Orthographic projection are collection of 2D drawing that work together to give an accurate overall representation of an object. So here this is a drawing. See, this is the object. So this is front, this is rear, this is left side view, this is right side view. Okay, this is top view and this is bottom view. So total six principal view or orthographic view is there. So but you can see this is our front and this is our rear. Okay, so what happened in the front view? What is the visible line is here? What is the visible lines here? That is hidden line for the rear view. So which view we can choose? It is depend on the we can select the view where maximum visual line is there. So see here from this front view what happened, we get the maximum visual line, but what happened here, one two three hidden line is we get from the rear view. So for the multi view we can't, we did not select the this rear view, we select this front view. Okay, now see the top view. This is the top view 1 2, and this is the bottom view 1 2 3. So three hidden line for this bottom view, so we can select this top view in respect to bottom view, and left hand side view and right hand side view. So here 1 2 3, 1 2 3. So in the both side view left and right we get the equal hidden lines, we can get the equal hidden lines. So we can choose any one of them, we can choose any one of them for the three view means. So what we can select, we can select this, we can select this, and from these two we can select anyone, this or this one. Okay, we not selecting this and also not selecting this for the 3 view projection. Okay, students, if you have any difficulty between, then you can ask your question between the presentation or between the lecture. Now, what is the principal planes? Principal planes are here: vertical plane, horizontal plane, and these are the auxiliary plane. Auxiliary vertical plane, see, perpendicular to horizontal plane and inclined with the vertical plane. Auxiliary inclined plane, AIP, it is perpendicular to vertical plane and inclined to the horizontal plane. And profile plane, which is perpendicular with the both the plane. PP, profile plane. AIP, auxiliary inclined plane. If I is there, if I is there, then we can assume that it is inclined from the horizontal. And if V in between that, so it is inclined to the vertical plane. Okay, so with the help of these three auxiliary plane and two principal plane, we can make the orthographic projection for the better understanding and better representation of the product which we going to draw. Now see, this man is the observer. This man is the observer, and the product is fitted behind the vertical plane. So we can get the projection here. So what is this? This is our front view for the particular section. And now see, if a observer is here, then we can get the our projection like this. We can get this L shape. We can get this L shape. Okay. Like here, we can get the front view. And now see, this is a object where this is our horizontal plane, this is our profile plane, and this is our frontal plane. So frontal plane, we can assume that the frontal plane or vertical plane always fix, always fix. We can just rotate the horizontal and profile plane. So what happened? If we assume that there is a hinge, okay, red line like a hinge, so we just open the profile plane. The projection of this object is projected on this profile plane, and we just open like this and open like this to get the all these things in the two dimensional. So you can observe like that. This man hold the object like that, like these eyes rays is perpendicular to this plane, perpendicular to this plane. Okay, so we get L shape here, outer L shape here, and like this. So this is our top, which is made here, and like this. So this is our side view. So the side view. So product is hold like top, front, and side, which is perpendicular to your eyes rays. Perpendicular to your eyes rays. So we can hold the object like that. So all the rays produced from your eyes is perpendicular to your eyes rays. Now, gloss box approach. So what is the gloss box approach? So we can use the gloss box for the third angle as well as first angle projection. So here, see a glass box, put a glass box and put an object in the glass box. Okay, so we can observe the three view from the glass box. See here, we can just touch this to this plane, to this plane, and to this plane. So we can get the projection of the object from the glass box. See here, this is about our front view, top view, and side view. So what can we observe from the sphere? We can just mark with the sketch pen on the glass. So we get the exact front, top, and side view. So here, now unfold the glass box like this. See, unfold glass box, and this is object in the glass box. So what happened? We get the top, front, and side view. This is about the glass box approach. Now first and third angle projection. See, this is about the third angle projection and this is about the first angle projection. See, the symbol is just opposite to the each other. So here this is our same product in the first third angle projection and same product in the first angle projection. So see the difference. Okay, so what happened here, that in the third view, top view is above to the front view, top view is above to the front view, and here top view is below to the front view, and here right side view in the right side, but in the first angle right side view make in the left hand side. Okay, so we can see here in the first angle projection the things is opposite, means right hand side view made in the left hand and top view made in the below, and here all the things is at the word base, means top view make in the top and right side view in the right side. Okay, so this is the about these things. Conventional orthographic view. So here is top view or plan, front view, right side view. So what happened? This depth is present here and height is present in the side view, and this is about the front view. Okay, this is about the conventional orthographic view. So line on an engineering drawing signify more than just the geometry of the object, and it is important that appropriate line is used. Line thickness. Okay, for most engineering drawing you will require two thickness, a thick and thin line. The journal recommendation are that thick line are twice as thick as thin line. Means if thickness is A, then thickness of this line is 2A. A thickness continuous line is used for the visual edge and outline. A thin line is used for the hatches, ladders line, short center line, dimension line, and projection line. Now, this is about the line style. This is about the line thickness, and now about the line style. So, other line style used to clarify important features on the drawing. So, thick chain line are a common feature on the engineering drawing used to indicate center line. Center line are used to identify the center of a circle. Cylindrical features are a line of symmetric, and dashed line are used to show important hidden details, for example wall thickness and holes. So continuous dashed line used for the show the hidden line details. Now precedence of the lines. Visual line takes precedence over all other lines, means 0.6 mm thickness. Hidden line or cut plane line take precedence over the center line. Okay, if the like this, it is thickness is 0.3 mm. Central line have lowest precedence, and that is 0.6 thickness. The thickness is same like the visual line in the for the central line. Now for example you can see here, this is our object. This is our object, so we can say that this is a square. On the top face is a square and a counter hole is there. Counter hole is there, and here a hole, two hole in this side. So see here, from the top, here from the top, what we can see this circle, and we can see the inside circle, and outside a square is there. So we get, and all other things, and all other things is the hidden. So this is our central line, this is our object line, these are the object line. Okay, so these are the hidden lines. Okay, this represent central line. These double lines represent the object line, and these are the hidden line. So you can see here hidden line, central line. This is the center line, and this is also the central line here. And this is about our side view. So now dimensioning. What is the dimensioning? So we can use the dimension. A dimension drawing should provide all the information necessary for a finished product or part to be manufactured. An example of dimension is shown below. See here, dimension line always with the extension line, and this extension line is provided for the dimensioning. See, a small gap, a small gap or space must be there from the object. See, and this represent the dimension. This is the reference for the extension line is reference for the dimension lines. So dimensions are always drawn using the continuous thin line. Two projection line indicate where the dimension start and the finish. Projection line do not touch the object and drawn perpendicular to element. You are dimensioning. All the dimension less than 1 should have a leading 0. For example, 0.35. If there is 0.35, if you write 0.35, assume that if sorry if this is zero point 0.9, so the writing 0.9 is wrong. We have to write 0.9 like this. 0.35 should be written as 0.35. Okay, so next things is there. Type of dimensioning, parallel dimensioning. Parallel dimensioning is consist of several dimension originate from one projection. See what happened here and here. This is start with one line. This is start from the one projection line, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can just dimension like that. These are the parallel, these dimension parallel to each other. So this is our parallel dimensioning. Superimpose running dimension. So see, superimpose running dimensioning simplify the parallel dimensioning. See, same object is there. We represent the superimposed drawing like this. This is the example of superimpose dimensioning. In order to reduce the space used on the drawing sheet, so what happens? See, only here if this much space is utilized, but here what happened? This much space is utilized in the parallel dimension. So here we can see that the dimension area is reduced. Now chain dimensioning. See, this is our chain dimensioning, example of chain dimensioning. And combined dimensioning, see here, this is the combined dimensioning, means this dimension is given and this total dimension is given, but this dimension is not given. So what happened? We just minus this dimension from this dimension to get this dimension. Okay, so in the combined dimension all dimension is given, but we have to need some calculation to find out all the dimensions.
Oh,
Dimensioning on the circle. Okay, so see, dimension on the circle, how we can represent like A and representation like B. So what happened? We just make 100 and B. We just draw the diagonal and write down here with the extension line. Write down 560 means the diameter is 60. 5 is representation for the diameter. Okay, and R is representation for the radius. When there is a arc, we can represent by the R. When there is a arc, we represent by the R. And when there is a complete circle, there is a representation by the phi. And phi is used for the representation of diameters. A. So two common method of dimensioning a circle. One method is dimension the circle between two lines. See here, from sorry, from projected to a dimensional object opposite point. The second method is on the circle internally. See, be used, it is used, the circle is too small for the dimensioning, so we can't write the dimension inside the circle, so we can use this method. Now all radial dimension are proceed by the capital R. See, there is a arc, this is arc, not a complete circle, so we can represent by the R. See, means the radius of this arc is 5, the radius of this arc is 5, and the radius of this arc is 15. See, A, show a radius dimension with the center of the radius located on the drawing. And B, show how the dimension radii which do not need the center location. Means there a radius representation with the center, and there is not locating the center lines or center points. So tolerancing, what is the tolerancing? It is not possible, it is not possible in practice to manufacture product to be exact figure display on the engineering drawing. The necessary depends largely on the manufacturing process. A tolerance value show the manufacturing department the maximum permissible variation for the dimension. What is the tolerance? The maximum permissible variation from the dimension. Okay, so what happened? As a tolerance is given here, so the line is 45 mm length. The line is 45 mm length, but if we make it 40, 45.25 and 44.80, within this range the line is acceptable for the 45 mm. So each dimension on the drawing must be include the tolerance value. This can be appear either as a general tolerance value applicable to several dimensions, a note specifying the general tolerance plus minus 0.5 mm, or a tolerance is specified to the dimension. So what happened? We can specify the plus minus zero point 0.5 mm for all the dimension. For all the dimension. Okay. What is that meaning? If 10 mm is the true length, then we can draw a line between 10.5 to 9.5. 10.5 to 9.5 mm. This is the meaning of this tolerance. And if beyond this limit, we can specify the tolerance. Means the 45 mm length, we can draw 45.25 and 44.80. Then what is the tolerance? Here the tolerance is plus 0.25 and minus 0.20. Okay, this is the tolerance for the this dimension, but here we can represent 0.5 mm is acceptable for the tolerancing. So students,